Hey everyone, breaking news. The new president of Activision Blizzard King has just been announced. And as you can see behind me, she has gone on social media to announce it. It's also been announced by Blizzard themselves. And it's no other than Johanna Faries, who, let's read her post first, and then we'll get into her background and what this means for the future of Activision Blizzard King. So Joanna Faries, this is her post. Big day, many emotions, but as Denzel put it best, everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, everything I have is by the grace of God. Understand that it's a gift. So with that context, I wrote this letter to Blizzard employees today. Beyond that, thank you to everyone in my life, literally, and to everyone at Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft, and most of all, to those who have spoken any kind of strength into me when I couldn't do it on my own. It has been a difficult time for so many, but this is a true blessing. Could not wait to have the honor of partnering with the myriad incredible people of Blizzard Entertainment in the next chapter. To my Call of Duty comrades, keep rising and rising. Love you all. And then she posted her actual letter to the Blizzard employees. Dear Blizzard, though my official first day with all of you is February 5th, I want to let you know immediately that this is an honor to join you next week in this next capacity. I do so humbly and in awe of all that Blizzard has stood for and delivered to the world for over 30 years. Today also brings some mixed emotions. The loss of talented teammates in recent days is hard to hold side by side with the immense excitement I feel about joining Blizzard and building on the momentum you've created for Blizzard's next chapter. I want to thank Matt for the introduction, bring some further clarity to today's announcement, and share more about how I see our future together at Blizzard. I understand this is a lot to take in. The news of my appointment may no doubt bring up a range of reactions, questions, even concerns. Activision Blizzard and King are decidedly different companies with distinct games, cultures, and communities. It is important to note that Call of Duty's way of waking up in the morning to deliver for players can often differ from the stunning games in Blizzard's realm, each with different gameplay experiences, communities that surround them, and requisite models of success. I've discussed this with the Blizzard leadership team, and I'm walking into this role with sensitivity to those dynamics and deep respect for Blizzard as we begin to explore taking our universe to even higher heights. I am committed to doing everything I can to help Blizzard thrive, with care and consideration for you and for your games, each unique and special in their own right. I'm optimistic about our ability to serve our current and future player communities and to further amplify the shared passion for greatness, polish, and creative mastery that is hallmark of Blizzard's approach to game making. Next week, I will be in Irvine, and I'm eager to connect with as many of you as possible. I will be scheduling informal and totally optional meet and greets where I want to hear more from people across the organization. Those of you who cannot make it to those gatherings or aren't located in Irvine, please feel free to email me. We are also planning a town hall meeting to be held in the near future. A few personal facts about me. My number one job in life is raising two amazing boys. In addition to parenthood, a typical week for me includes finding time for daily yoga and prayer, and of course, playing video games. And in brackets, she has big Diablo 4 fan over here. Throughout, the joy I find in games and working with those who make them only deepens. I remain inspired by Blizzard's iconic legacy and the transformative role gaming has played in my life and in the lives of others. I cannot wait to get going, to listen, to learn, to empower, and to collaborate with all of you on our bold and bright future together. Together, may we forge many legendary days ahead. So For those of you that don't know, Joanna Faries was the current GM of the Call of Duty League. Prior to that, she was senior vice president of the head of leagues. And prior to that, she was the commissioner of the Call of Duty Esports League. Prior to her Call of Duty roles, she was at the National Football League, the NFL, where she held many titles. She worked there for almost 12 years. She started and worked her way up in the NFL. She was director of consumer products and licensing. She was the vice president of marketing, strategy, and fan development. She was the vice president of club business development, which that was her last role. Just so if you're not aware, guys, she is a very smart and educated woman. She went to Harvard and got a BA at the Harvard University. So she is a smart woman and has had some very senior roles in the NFL, where she worked, like I said, for almost 12 years, and basically has been with Activision Blizzard for just under 6 years, so 5.5 years apparently, and where she headed up, basically had her finger on the Call of Duty League. So it's going to be, I have to say, I do know a little bit about Johanna Faries, just because of her involvement with the Call of Duty League. And it's going to be very interesting to see what she brings to the table. I do have to say, it's going to be like on the positive side, I have to say, bringing in what I would perceive to be a fresh set of eyes, a fresh approach. Although she's been with Activision Blizzard King for 5.5 years, but her involvement has predominantly been with Call of Duty and that game, the League. Now, one could argue how that was managed, but I have to say, with the fact that, from what I can assess, one can argue about the astronomical price of a franchise wanting to get into the Call of Duty League, and all reports show that fee was $25 million. Now, can you imagine an esports team forking out $25 million to play in the Call of Duty League? Well, a lot of them did. And let's just say that hefty entrance fee into the league was probably one of the main contributors to the turbulent times of the Call of Duty League, from all I can assess. Now, it's not only that. Obviously, when the league was ramping up, and it had, I would say, some success, and the fanfare, the live events were very popular, and the local teams with their venues were having tremendous support locally with their fan base. Social media with YouTube and Twitch, they were getting tons of viewers watching the Call of Duty championships and all the league games and all that kind of stuff. It didn't help that obviously COVID came around, and I'm sure no one could have seen that coming. So you do have to take the ups and downs of the Call of Duty League with a grain of salt because of that. Who could have predicted it? But anyway, that's her experience, and she seems like a very smart and business-oriented woman. It seems like she has a passion for video games. She has been involved in one capacity or the other over the last 5.5 years at Activision Blizzard around the Call of Duty. So this is going to be interesting. I have to say, my curiosity, I have to say, is piqued. My initial assessment of this is that I think this may be a good step in the right direction. I think she's very smart. I think she understands the business. I think she understands the importance of marketing, branding, and how to market games. It seems like she's in tune with what the player base and fan base want. And if she doesn't, I'm very inspired and positive about the fact that if she stays true to the communication in her letter to the employees, the fact that she wants to sit down, listen, learn, empower, these are all, I think, very positive words. Now, whether or not she delivers and comes through on that, that's another thing. But the fact that she's communicating in this fashion, to me, again, on the surface, looks like a very, very positive step. Now, again, time will tell. She's walking into a storm. Let's not sugarcoat it. She is walking in, not a storm, she's walking into a shitstorm. And specifically with the troubles with going on, like let's look over the Blizzard portfolio here. Overwatch, dire straits. Diablo 4, unbelievable negativity fan base, dropping like flies. That's not in good shape. You know, we can debate World of Warcraft up and down, good, bad. You know, that's of the three, that's probably the ones that I've mentioned so far, that's the one in the best shape. And I'm not even going to get into the other games, but I just wanted to highlight those three. But specifically, you know, the ones that are really in trouble, the Overwatch Overwatch and Diablo 4. It's going to be very interesting how she navigates that, what she does. I'm very interested to see how she is going to potentially change the dynamics. And if we go specifically into Diablo 4, I'm going to be very interested to see, because it'll be a telling sign on how serious she is about changing the relationship between the Diablo 4 dev team and specifically Activision Blizzard King and its fan base when it comes to Diablo 4. And things that are going to come through her, through the development team from now on, obviously she's going to have an impact on that. Now being the president of Activision Blizzard King, she's going to have her hand in that. Will tell us whether or not this is going to be a good or bad thing. For me, initially, again, from the outside, looking in, knowing what I know about her, and that's a little bit, but I do know of her, and seeing how she addressed the Blizzard staff internally with this letter that they shared with everyone publicly online, to me is a very, very, very good first step. This letter that she drafted and sent to the staff and posted on social media, to me, are all the things that need to be said, and it shows a person that is smart and knows that they can't do things on their own. They need the support of the whole organization around them to turn this around. And to me, I take that as a positive. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts? I'm sure I'm going to get varying views. I would also think a lot of people don't even know who she is unless you know of the Call of Duty League and have you heard of her as the commissioner and as running it. But I would love to hear your feedback. What do you think? What are your initial thoughts? I can't wait to hear them. Jump into the comment section and let me know. Anyway, I wanted to get this out right away and let everybody know wow, that was quick. I thought they said it was going to be like a week, and that was a quick announcement. Just goes to show you this was in the works. This was already, stuff like this doesn't happen overnight. This takes a long time to happen. So this has been in the works, and they announced it right away. So I have to say, I'm optimistic. First time I'm optimistic in a very long time. So we'll wait and see if I'm right or wrong. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. And as always, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And thanks again, and we'll hope to see you next time. Take care. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.